I apologize in advance. Knock knock. Who's there? The who? That's okay. I'm gonna commit toaster bath now. Can I just facepalm my way through the rest of this fucking episode? Jesus Christ, man. Fucking Miller Lite on the porch, you know? So I got to thinking, I was like, you know what, dude? Like, there's a comedian I always watch, and he always talks about how he would like challenge himself, and he wanted to write a like a guy walks into the bar joke and like a knock knock joke, and I got to thinking, I was like, maybe I should start small. You know, if I can't just think of a fucking knock knock joke off the top of my head, who the fuck am I to think I need a podcast or, you know, to tell a joke or some shit. So that was literally like 30 seconds into that brainwave. That's what came to my head. So that's what happened. I know it was dumb as shit, but this is what we're doing today, boys. Okay. Oh man, that's just what's happening, and it's over with, and we don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, face palm. Yeah, but hey, man, it works, right? I thought it was slightly comical, so you know what? Whatever. So, let's see what's new with me, man. I gotta stop recording these on Tuesdays because Tuesdays are days I gotta fucking work late, and I'm tired as dick. So that's not fun. But yesterday, I actually went to dinner, a late birthday dinner with my mom and my stepdad. It was a good old time. We had some laughs, reminisced a little bit, and okay, the thing with my family is, though, everybody in my family is pretty fucking savage. All we ever did at, like, family reunions is roast the fuck out of each other. And that's still, to this day, all we do is bring up stupid shit. That's like at this dinner, one of the first things my mom said to me was, "Do you remember a year ago that mean shit you said to me?" And I was like, dude, and honestly, I did not remember at all. But my mom, 2 or 3 years ago, she got the fucking the lap band or whatever it's called, whatever the one is that where they put it around your fucking stomach, so like you throw up if you eat more than like 2 bites or whatever. But my mom's not fat, but like she just always, you know how women are. But so she just wanted a little extra help in that department. But a year ago at my last birthday dinner, I saw her and I hadn't seen her in a while. So apparently the first thing I said was, "Hey, how's the anorexia going?" So the first thing she says to me today is, "Hey, do you remember last year for your birthday when you said that to me?" And I was like, ugh. I was like, "I fucking said that?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've thought about it for a year." I was like, "That's rude as fuck. I am sorry." It's like, "Mom, that is super fucking rude. I'm sorry. But also, it's pretty fucking funny though when she was like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's a little funny. I'll give you that." And I was like, "I got you, But you know how it be, dude. We fucking that's just the life I live. Apparently, we just live in that savage life, bro. And speaking of fucking savages, dude. Well, I reminisced, and a lot of stories I haven't thought about in a long fucking time were discussed last night. There's an old VHS like a home video of me and my brother and my cousins. We all went to Michigan to visit my family. And Michigan is a weird place because it's basically Canada. Michigan is just Canada that's located in the U.S. So I have family up there, or had. Well, I guess I still do, but most of them are dead now. R.I.P. No, you know what? F. But I had family that was from Texas that moved to to Michigan, and it was super fucking weird because he would still, like my uncle, he would still use like Texas slang, but he had a heavy, fucking basically Canadian accent. So he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing there, y'all?" And I'd be like, "That doesn't really fit." He'd be like, "Oh, y'all want to go down to the creek and do some fishing?" And I'd be like, "What the fuck is a creek, dude? can you pick an area to talk like, bro? Can you fucking narrow down one area to talk like for me, please, Uncle Jack? But he actually died, dude. And you want to know? And this is I need my fucking cowboy hat because this is the most Texas way to die there has ever been. This is so Texas. This is the way this man died. He wasn't even in Texas. He's just from here. He took Texas with him to fucking Michigan and died in the most Texas way possible. This man fucking he had a bunch of acres, and on these acres behind his house, he had a small farm where he grew deer corn, which is why grow corn for humans when you can grow it for animals. And then he also had a junkyard. So that was what I don't know, dude. He had a really nice house, so he must have earned a fucking decent living. But he was up under a tractor one day, like he's got it fucking jacked up, like the front of it, and he's like working on the motor and stuff. Apparently something snapped or something, the weight shifted, and that shit fucking crushed him. Like, just and Uncle Jack was no more. So F's to the big homie. He was a real one, But if that's not dude, crushed by a tractor? A tractor, bro? That's the most Texas way you could die. Like, straight up. Unless you die in the Alamo, that's the most Texas way you can die, But holy shit, man, that's just crazy. And it's funny, too, because, like, obviously, if a giant fucking tractor crushes you, they're probably not going to be able to identify you very well. And then, when someone dies and they can't identify you, you're referred to as a John, right? So I wonder if, since he was crushed by a tractor and maybe they couldn't identify him, was he a John Deere? I don't know, dude. These are just the things you think of when fucked up shit happens in your family and you fucking are just like, oh, I don't know. But, yeah, man. So, that was a sidebar. I didn't even get to the part of the story that's funny. So I guess that's kind of funny, dude. Crushed by a tractor, it's a little bit funny. But super rude, but also it's a little funny. But so there's a fucking home video, and my other uncle, he was always doing these fucking home videos. There's always the one in every family, I think, where they spend the entirety of the vacation with the fucking thing up on their eye, and they just video everyone and everything. There's a video, and we're in Michigan, and we're from Texas, so like we haven't seen fucking snow before, so we're going batshit crazy in my uncle's front yard. I guess technically the one in Michigan is my great uncle, and then the one filming is my regular uncle. I guess I should have specified just to make it a little easier story wise. But we're in my great uncle's front yard. He's got a fucking big hill. We're sliding down it. And it's like, he's got acres and acres. So he's got fucking snowmobiles. He's got golf carts with the fucking chains around the tires. We're fucking driving around. We're fucking wrecking into shit. We're fucking just having just the best fucking time. And then this video, you see, my two cousins and one of the cousins that lives in Michigan, they're driving the golf cart, and you see my brother, little Chance, and he's got he looks like Kenny from South Park, dude. He's like a tiny little kid, and he's got the fucking parka, and it's fucking almost closed over his face, and he's fucking, when kids are wearing jackets that are way too big, and they can't really let their arms down, so they just kind of waddle around like a T-pose penguin, and he walks out in front of the path of the fucking golf cart, and they can't stop because it's on the fucking ice and shit. So they fucking slide and they hit him, and he just goes boom and goes flying like fucking 6 feet, just fucking coronavirus style, just 6 feet away, fucking like a droplet just through 6 feet. And in the video, my uncle goes, "Oh my god, what? Oh god!" And he's like running down there, and he gets there, and he's like, "Oh, thank God it was just Chance." Like thank God it wasn't one of the good ones, dude. We couldn't hit one of the fucking... Thank God it was the disposable cousin, poor little fucker. Oh, man. Another funny fucking Griffin family story here. My said uncle, the one with the video camera, he had a girlfriend, and they've been dating for a long time now, but at the time of the story, they'd only been dating for a year, maybe 9 months, something like that. And, not new to the family, so, like, she's met everyone, but she doesn't really vibe with the whole everybody's gonna roast each other kind of thing. she wasn't really like, she knows everyone, but not well enough for her to be able to roast us back, you know? So she lives in a town called Forney, or lived, I guess now she lives with my uncle, but she lived in a town called Forney, which is a tiny little fucking hole in the wall ass podunk, fucking Luke Bryan ass town, you know? And so when she would come around, they'd be like, oh, it's old horny Forney, and she would, you know, laugh it off or whatever. And then finally, one Thanksgiving or whatever the fuck it was, she was like, guys, I really don't like that you call me that. It's not, I'm not horny. Like, it doesn't, it's not like, and she's like trying to fucking, you know, trying to get really, it was fucking my mom, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, they would call her that, whatever. We were little kids, we didn't fucking, if I said the word horny, they would beat my fucking ass. But I guess that's why I cuss so much now. I don't know. But so she's like, I'm not, it's not like, it doesn't even make sense. I'm not like horny. We don't really have that kind of like sexual like relationship, you know? Like, and she's like going off on all these fucking tangents and shit. And I just remember my grandma fucking like sets down her wine glass and is like, listen, sweetheart, if you lived in a town that rhymed with dumb bitch, we'd call you that too. And everyone just fucking laughed so fucking hard. And I remember like me and my cousins and my brother were sitting at like the kids table and we're all just like, damn, like fucking Smokey on Friday, dude. Everybody just bam, 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 damn. He said she could fucking call her dumb bitch and that rhymed with it too. God damn, dude. Fucking savage granny, bro. And the funny thing is my grandma has dentures, so she would only put them in to eat. So she probably said that with no teeth in her fucking mouth, you know? Which just, oh, that's just the most fucking savage thing you can say. This poor girl comes to the family reunion. They're calling her horny Forney. And she's like, I don't like that. Can you not? And fucking grandma's just, of all people too, it's the fucking 65-year-old retiree grandma is like, listen here. And of course you gotta call her sweetheart too. And I don't know why in my head she has a New York accent. And she doesn't. She's fucking just, she's Southern. But in my head she's like, listen here, sweetheart. If you lived in a place that rhymed with dumb bitch, we'd call you that too. You know, like hits cigarette or something. She don't even smoke, but I imagine if you lived in a place that rhymed with dumb bitch, we'd call you that too, sweetheart. You know, like a Waffle House waitress or some shit. Oh man. But yeah, dude. So, ate with the fam, had some laughs, had some good food. You know, had a couple of drinks, and the thing was, and I guess I feel like this isn't just a Southern thing. This is kind of an everywhere thing. But when the weather is nice, I know white women love to chill on a patio somewhere. That's like my mom's fucking favorite thing, dude. You say the word patio and she's like, you know, like she's there, you know. So we're trying to figure out where we want to go, and I was like, yo, my work is bringing in Mexican food on Wednesday, so let's not eat Mexican food. And she's like, all right, well, I just had barbecue the past 3 days. Let's not do that either. And then we're like, there's nothing else to eat in Texas. There is only barbecue and fucking tacos. So if that's off the board, what are we gonna go to Panda Express? You know, like what the fuck? So we're like running through fucking options, and she's like, I don't care where we go, like, I just want to go somewhere with a patio. And I'm like, oh, fucking course. And it's glad, Mom, and it's glad to know you're still fucking got the white girl heart, you know? So, we end up going to this place. I forget what it's called, but it's a bar, but it's like a bar restaurant type place, you know? And it's of course, it's a patio. The inside of the restaurant is, the restaurant's at half capacity. So the inside of the restaurant, there's like fucking 4 tables. There was never a chance that, like, obviously we didn't want to eat in there, but there was never a chance that we were eating in there anyways. So I fucking walk up, and my mom was telling me about this place and telling me how good it was, how she loves the specific burger and the specific drink they have there, and she's like talking it up and shit. Dude, we get there, and me, my mom, and my stepdad are the only white people in this bitch. We are out of place. They're playing fucking loud, super fucking loud, like R&B music. And honestly, dude, I'm vibing. I fucking love old R&B, especially like late 90s, early 2000s R&B. Dude, you start playing some Neo, oh my god, I will fuck up some vibes, dude. And I was gonna say I'll fuck up a dance floor, but I can, dude. I'll embarrass myself on the internet in front of the, 20 or so people that watch these fucking videos, but I can't, dude. I can't dance for shit. Way too white for dancing, you know? But we're out there, we're fucking chilling, having a good time drinking and shit. And then my mom's like, have you noticed that the waitress goes to everyone else way more often than she comes to us. And I was like, no, I hadn't noticed that, but I mean, I guess you're right, you know. And she's like, you know, we're joking around. My mom's a fucking sweet lady, but she's like, is this what reverse racism feels like? I started laughing, and I was like, Mom, I don't think it's reverse. I think it's just good old fashioned, you know, it's just racism. You know, obviously we're fucking joking around, but everyone else on that patio was there. It's a Monday night. Everyone else on that patio was there to fucking drink and have a good time and fucking dance to goddamn Chris Brown. And we're there with like burgers. Everyone else has just got a fucking drink and they're fucking vibing and they're smoking cigars and shit and fucking all this stuff. And so we're out there in a cloud of smoke trying to eat fucking burgers. My mom's got like a martini and she's like sipping it in between coughs from the fucking dude with a cigar sitting behind her or whatever. And like, now to think about it, we were sitting at tables right next to other people. I don't think it was really, I don't know if the fucking CDC guidelines were really, you know, in place there, because there was just people fucking all over the place. Granted, I think they usually have a dance floor, and it wasn't up tonight. Granted, people were still fucking out there dancing a little bit, but there wasn't like a specific hot spot for dancing and COVID droplets to just, you know, intermingle with each other, you know? So, yeah, we're out there. We're basically in a fucking what are they called? Like a cigar room, you know, where old people go and they just fucking smoke and bitch about their wives or whatever. So we're basically in an outdoor cigar room. Like we basically all that was missing was everyone needs to be in a big squeaky leather chair, you know. But it was fun. We joked around, had some fun, you know. I fucking love my mom, and my stepdad's funny as shit too. But I reminded them that. Maybe 5 years ago, dude, it's fucked up that I'm 27, because in my head 5 years ago means I was 15. You know what I mean? Like in my head 5 years ago is like I'm fucking in high school, but that's not, you know, I guess that's fucking just how it goes. But we left a restaurant one time, and like I'm parked on one side and they're parked on the other, so you know, we say bye and then we walk off. And I see them get in their car, and they come back around to me, and I'm like, oh, maybe they forgot something. Maybe, you know, they want to have a, you know, something about saying goodbye to family members. You can never just do it once. You know, you say bye, or you say like, okay, it's time to go, and then you don't, and then you say bye, and then you don't, and you're like, and you get up and start leaving, and you talk some more, and you don't, and then you do hugs and handshakes, and you still don't. Then they walk with you either to the door or to the driveway, and you still don't. And then you fucking it's a 7-step goddamn process to leave. So I'm like, okay, I thought we were past this. You know, they want to come back and say bye one more time. But they roll up next to me, roll down all their windows, and play Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up so fucking loud the bass vibrates me, all the cars in the area, and just the whole genital vicinity fucking is just, you know, is just fucking Rick Astley. And then they fucking peel out and drive off. And I laugh and I'm like, my fucking parents just rickrolled me. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? So then I brought that up today. I was like, do you remember when we left fucking the restaurant and y'all rickrolled me? And my mom's like, what's a rickroll? And I was like, but don't you fucking act like you don't know what a rickroll is. The thing you did to me was goddamn Rick Astley. And she's like, oh, no, we just thought it'd be funny, and that's like the most annoying song we could think of. And he's like, what's a Rick roll? And I was like, that's what it's called when you either, you trick someone into fucking either clicking on the link to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up, or you fucking sneak it in with another song. I don't know. It's always involved the song. And they were like, my stepdad's like, yeah, like he knew what it was, but my mom literally did not know that a Rick roll was a real thing. That was just an idea she had to fuck with me, was let's make him listen to Rick Astley for a second and embarrass him in front of a parking lot full of people, you know? So I guess that's just, you know, the internet just got to it before she could, I guess. I don't know. But it's savage out here, man. We also talked about the time I went to jail, which I've talked about on the channel before. There's a video. It's called, I think it's called Locked Up. It's Shaynanigans? It's like the thumbnail for the video is the fucking Tangela over Akon's album art for Locked Up. I think it's called Shaykon, because, you know, Shay and then Akon. So But I won't go fully in depth into what happened. You can go watch that video if you'd like. But basically, I had never told my mom the story of what happened. Like, she knew how I got arrested, but she never knew what happened in the jail cell. She just came and picked me up at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I was real sad and real fucking sleepy and still a little drunk. And then she fucking, came and got me and all that, bailed me out and whatnot. So, in the jail cell, what happened was, you get, they put you in this little padded fucking, like, insane room, like, so you can't hurt yourself, but that's where the phone booth is. So, they give me the fucking quarter or whatever, and it's not like you put in the quarter and then you get one phone call. It's like you put in the quarter and then you can call until you hang the phone back up. So I'm like, I don't have fucking phone numbers, dude. Like, let me have my phone. So I get my phone, and it's a shitty fucking flip phone, and they only give it to me for a second, and I'm only able to get like 2 fucking numbers out of there. I get one, that's my fucking friend's number, and then I get my mom's number, which luckily were the last 2 numbers I had either called or texted or whatever. So I'm calling my fucking mom over and over and over again. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She's not answering. She's fucking not answering. So the first 10 or 20 phone calls, or I left her a voicemail, it's like, would you like to receive a collect phone call from? And then it's like, and then you say your part. So I'm like, your son, Shayden. And the first 10 or 20, I'm fucking real sad. I'm in jail. I'm fucking, I'm like either 17 or 18 years old, and I'm fucking sad as shit. It's a whole big mess. And I'm like, it's your son. Please come get me. And then, but she's not answering. So after about 30 voicemails, I got all the sad out of my system. So then I'm just like, Shayden, it's your son. Bail me out of jail. And then fucking phone calls, 35 through 50. I'm like, I stop giving a shit, and I'm like, it's your son, Shayden Griffin. Come bail me out of jail, please, Mom. And so of course, the one she answers, or the first one she hears, is me going, it's your son and I'm in jail, come help, yeah, or some shit like that, But I even was actually able to get a hold of her. I had to call the other number, which was my friend, who was also there the night where I got arrested, but he did not get arrested. So I was able to finally get a hold of him and be like, hey, this is my mom's number. Can you fucking call her, like, until she answers? Because I'm in fucking jail, and I can't, like, I only have so much time in here, So fucking eventually I give him the number, and he gets a hold of her. And since she didn't recognize the number that I called from, I guess she heard his number. I think he had to call her a bunch of fucking times too. But yeah, she gets, notices that she's missing calls, and I don't know if she knew his number or that just the area code was somewhere around here. So she's like, answers him, his son's in jail, blah blah blah. So then she checks her voicemail, and of course the last one on there is me going, it's Shayden, I'm in jail, come help Mom, I'm sad, or some shit like that, So already it was not going well. So fucking she comes and picks me up, and dude, it was not a good night for me. Obviously I'm in fucking jail as a 17-year-old, so it's not a good night. And I remember it was like, I spent a lot of time in like the drunk, like the holding tank or whatever, where they put you to sober up a little bit, and then they fucking put me in the cell, and I was so fucking sad and tired and drunk, dude. I just laid there just contemplating how much fucking trouble I was gonna be in, and eventually I just fucking, like I said, I cried all the sad out of my system, so I fucking fall asleep, and not fucking 20 minutes after I finally fall asleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning, they're like, Griffin, your bail's here, fucker, you've been bailed out. So I get fucking 15 minutes of sleep on a fucking cement cot with a little 3x3 fucking rape blanket. And then, of course, like, as soon as I fucking close my eyes and actually go to sleep, they're like, okay, no more sleep, you're done. And I was like, well, can I get 5 more minutes, dude? Fuck. Like, the only dude in jail that's like, y'all got a snooze button in this motherfucker? God damn, dude, I'm trying to nap, bro. But, yeah, so I told my mom all that, and there's a really funny part that's not the main part of the story that's funny, so there is a part that involves them checking me for drugs, that if you want to hear, you'll have to go back and check that video. So, there's just too many fucking stories to tell, man. Like, I run out of time on these fucking episodes, so I got 2 stories that kind of go together, so I'll save those for another time. Also, I know on the episode last time I was like, make sure to watch the next episode, but I was supposed to have a guest. We couldn't get our scheduling coordinated right, so he'll have to come on at some point. I don't know, hopefully in the next couple weeks. We'll see. But I do have big plans for you guys. I promise. I'm not just trying to plug nothing, but we will have some cool guests coming soon, and you will like it. But to finish off here, when I lived in, I've mentioned it several times, the episode of this called American Horror Story, where I go way too into detail on some things, and I don't regret it, but also it's a little cringy. But I lived in a house with 4 other dudes, and we just partied and drank and fucking just made a mess and didn't clean up. Basically, was this the whole point of the house? It's a shit show. So, I had one roommate, and he's a piece of shit, and he fucked me over. So his name is Cameron, and like I said, he's a piece of shit. But he also had a lisp, so his name was Kimwin. So that's funny. But that's what you get. You fucked me over, I'm telling the world about your lisp, bitch. That's what you get, you know? But so he fucking he worked at he worked as an apprentice for like an electrician or something. He worked for a company that did electrical stuff. So he basically, but he was new, you know, so he didn't know how to do shit. So they just basically stuck him with someone who was like, train this fucking guy, you know? So I remember he got in trouble for not having a belt one day. So he would take those fucking, you know, those big, giant, fucking, like 4-foot plastic zip ties, and he would have to zip tie his pants because he was getting in trouble for not having a belt. Well, what happened was, we actually shared a room at the time. We would take turns sharing rooms. So, I was either drunk or stoned or something one night, and we had this, like, you know, the orange pair of scissors that's in every kitchen ever. I remember I had taken them, and I was using them to cut something in the bathroom, and I broke them. And I remember being like, fuck it, dude, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna go throw these away. They're still like, it's still sharp, can still cut stuff. So I remember I put them just back on the counter, but I laid the 2, which are you know, it's 2 separate blades now because they're broken, but I laid them just back on top of each other to where it looked like it was still a working pair of scissors. Well, Camwin comes home one day from his electrician job. He's been out in the fucking sun all day, probably eating gas station burritos and shit, you know. Nothing like, they aren't really giving these guys good lunch breaks. So it's probably like you got to swing by 7-Eleven and get a fucking, you know, a taquito, and that's your taquito and a Gatorade, and that's your fucking lunch. So he comes rushing in the door one day after work, and he's like, I gotta shit. And he comes he's tearing ass, dude. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog's all the way through the fucking house and runs into the bathroom. And he's got the fucking zip tie around his pants. So he runs into the bathroom and he's like, I gotta shit. And he fucking sees the scissors and is like, oh, thank God, I can fucking cut off this zip tie. Well, he grabs the fucking scissors and they're broken because I broke them. So he fucking gets the scissors and he can't cut the zip tie off his pants. He just can't. He was so close and he just can't cut the fucking zip tie. So he just has to shit his pants. Like, he just in his own bathroom, in his own house, shoes and socks still on. He just has to shit his own fucking pants. And he was so fucking mad, let me tell you. Oh my God. Granted, if I had to shit my own pants, I'd be pretty fucking mad. I shit in the shower like an adult, dude, whatever. But he shit his own pants, and then I remember, like, either later that day or the next day or something, he was like, I was so fucking close, man. I got in there and I grabbed the scissors and they're fucking broken. Some goddamn asshole broke the scissors and just put them back, like, getting my hopes up. And I was just like, yeah, somebody's a fucking asshole, dude. That's some demented shit. Somebody just puts the scissors back like a fucking hell. Like, what kind of terrible person would do that? You know, I don't fucking know. But that's gonna do it for me, boys. That man shit the fuck out of his pants and just he just had my favorite part of that though is that he was so close. He sees the scissors and, you know, in his heart he was like, oh, thank God, I'm gonna make it, and fucking nope. So, oh well, that guy's a piece of shit. Fuck him. I hope he shits his pants again today. So, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. Hopefully we'll get these guests in here for you guys soon. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Bye forever.